Hello, Kipsters. Today we are going to basically fine tune the song "Follow the Drinking Gourd" and get right, get it to where it needs to be, so that when we do perform it or when we have the opportunity to perform it in person, we won't have to do so much extra work in class. All right. I wanted to start this lesson off with basically just a reminder of what this song is about and a little more clarity into what the song is about, as I kind of explained it wrong in a couple places. But of course, all music is left up for interpretation, but some music has a little bit more precise meaning than others. So, as you can see here, the beginning sentence says, "This song is an example of one way the slaves communicated to their white masters would not understand them." And we talked about that, and not only in this song, but in the other songs that we've sung so far, they sang these songs so that other people who might have been listening, which they probably were always listening, didn't understand what they were talking about. All right. And then we go on. It says, a drinking gourd was a hollowed out gourd used for drinking. All right. Um, Pretty obvious there. Maybe some of you have seen what a gourd looks like or not, but it's just this round thing that has like kind of a tube on the top. That it's almost like a handle, but I wouldn't call it a handle. It's just a part of it. But in this song, the slaves used the term to refer to a similar shape made by the stars in the sky. So as I was saying, there's like a little handle on it, and then there's something you drink from, like a big bowl type. So that's why they use the Big Dipper as the gourd, because there's a handle on it and a big bowl. All right. Um, what time of year is it? So this was one part that I got wrong. The quail. They mentioned the quail because when the sun comes down and the first quail calls, so that's the springtime. All right. They wanted to make sure they were traveling in the spring so that they weren't so cold. They weren't so cold, which is a very smart idea, I think. And then, of course, when should they travel? What time is best? The only time you can actually follow the drinking gourd is at night, because you can't see stars during the day. You can assume which place they're going to be in based on the night prior, but even if you were traveling during the day, it's easy to be seen in the middle of the day. Okay. As we go on, what did they use for a road? All right. So we talked about in the second verse, maybe the third verse, the riverbank. All right. They weren't actually traveling on the main roads because that's where people were traveling to. So they didn't want to be caught traveling on the main roads. So they would use the riverbank. And they know that if they followed the riverbank long enough, it would keep taking them to a place where, to the north, essentially, to the Ohio River. And we also talked about in the song Wade in the Water that you could jump in the water and then you wouldn't be able to be smelled by the dogs. So traveling by the riverbank was also an easy way for them to wade in the water. All right, these songs kind of have a little connection with that, and I think that's pretty cool. So they followed three main rivers, the Tom Bigby River, which I'm not sure where that is, the Tennessee River, and the Ohio River. Okay, as I said earlier, the Ohio River was basically a place. Was when they arrived at the last river, which, as you can see, is the Ohio River. He picked them up in a boat, Peg Leg Joe. The old man's a coming for to carry me to freedom. And we're talking about here, we're talking about Peg Leg Joe. So when these slaves apparently, made it to Ohio, he would pick them up in a boat and carry them across the river into Canada, even where they would be more safe because this was a different country entirely. All right. So a lot of history to this song and a lot of different meanings when we sing it. So make sure when we're singing this that we consider exactly what these songs mean to the people who sang them and what they could mean to us today. We're going to warm up really quickly and then get into it. La la la, ready, go. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. 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 A little bit faster. La 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 la. Last time. La 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 la. Good. Mama made me mash my M&Ms too. Ready, go. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. 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 Mama my M&Ms. Last one. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. Z's, so, zoo. Two, ready, go. Z's, so, zoo. Z's, so, zoo. Z's, so, zoo. Z's, so, zoo. Jesus, two more guys. Jesus, last one. Jesus, last page, last warm up. Hey ya, two, ready, go. Hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Last one. Hey ya. Good. As we get back into the song, we're just going to start from the beginning and push through every verse. If we have the opportunity to sing each song all the way through, or this song, all the way through with the verses, then we will do so. Let's see how much time we have left on the clock. We have 15 minutes left or so. So we should be able to do just fine with that amount of time. All right. We're going to go from the beginning. This part we know very well. When the sun comes back. So when they're saying that, when the sun comes back, if you look outside right now, is it sunny? It is some days, but most of the days it's pretty cloudy because we're in the winter right now. So when the sun comes back, we're talking about spring, and the first quail calls. When the quails come back and you can hear them, follow the drinking gourd at night. All right, here we go. See if you can remember this song just first time through. When the sun comes back and the first quail calls, follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's awaiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's awaiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Then we go into the verse 2. All right. Try our best here. All right. On the river bank makes a very true road. Dead trees will mark the way. The left foot, peg foot, traveling on. Here we go. On the river bank. 1, 2, 3. On the river bank makes a very true road. Dead trees will mark the way. The left foot, peg foot, traveling on. Follow the drinking gourd. I thought there I messed up because I didn't know the notes, but as I said yesterday, I will mess up a few times because I can't see the music. So we're going to go back to the left foot, peg foot, traveling on. Ready and go. The left foot, peg foot, traveling on. Follow the drinking gourd. And then we do, boom. Let me just make sure I have the notes here. Cool. All right. We are not going to mess up again, hopefully. All right. And then we do follow the drinking gourd. We do the chorus. Verse 3 now. All right. Now the river ends in between two hills. Follow the drinking gourd. There's another river on the other side. Follow the drinking gourd. Now the river ends. 1, 2, 3. Now the river ends in between two hills. Follow the drinking gourd. There's another river on the other side. Follow the drinking gourd. Let's do follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's awaiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. And right here, why we did that part right there is because it says chorus, right? So we're going to practice that again on verse 4. After verse 4, we're going to go straight into follow the drinking gourd. And as I said, this song is tricky. So if you did not get that last part and I just went on a little fast, I will be going back. Don't you worry. We're going to get it, okay? When the great big river meets the little river, follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's awaiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Try verse 4. Here we go. 2, 3. When the great big river meets the little river, follow the drinking gourd. For the old man. For the old man's awaiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man. For the old man's awaiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Not too bad, I thought. All right. And maybe I'm completely wrong, and maybe you guys didn't get it at all. We're going to go through it again. Don't worry. But I thought we did well. I thought this song is going more well than it could in terms of figuring out the notes and how it sounds. Okay. So bear with me on this. We're going to go through it one final time, once from the beginning all the way to the end. Let me see how much time I have. I should have enough. Yeah, plenty of time. So we're going to go back to actually verse 2 here. And we're going to make sure that after every verse, we go straight to the chorus, okay? And how you know it's time for the chorus, you'll hear me go like this. This note right here. All right, once you hear me play that, it's pretty apparent because I'll go like this. For the old man's awaiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. And then it goes like this. Something completely different. You hear it in your ear. When you hear that, it's time to go to this part. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd, etc. Okay? Try from verse 2. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2. On the river bank. On the river bank makes a very true road. Dead trees will mark the way. The left foot, back foot, traveling on. Follow the drinking gourd. Chorus. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's awaiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. verse 3 and 4 the same way, and then we're going to do it from the beginning. 1, 2, now the river ends. Now the river ends in between two hills. Follow the drinking gourd. There's another river on the other side. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's awaiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Good, I think we're on time. We should be right on time. Verse 4 here, guys. And then we're going to do the song from the beginning. Here we go. Verse 4. 1, 2, 3. When the great big river meets the little river, follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's awaiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's awaiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. And that will be the end of our song, theoretically. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to go from the beginning. And then we're going to do all 4 verses, all right? Just so we can have a run through that does that. If it doesn't work for you this time, just rewind me doing it. But for now, we're going to go from the beginning to the end, all the way through, and that will be the end of the video, okay? Here we go. If you need to rewind it after this, perfect. Do that. I would love that. Here we go. From the beginning, sitting up straight. And actually, for the first verse, because I know these words, I'm going to sing the high version for you to help you get that sound in your head, and then I'm going to switch to my low voice for the last 3 verses. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. When the sun comes back and the first quail calls, follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's awaiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's awaiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. I'm going to zoom in for you guys here. On the riverbank. On the riverbank makes a very true road. Dead trees will mark the way. The left foot, peg foot, traveling on. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. last verse here, guys. On the Great Big River. When the great big river meets the little river, follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's awaiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Chorus, guys, last time. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's awaiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. I have really enjoyed learning this song. I did not know this song before I decided to teach it to you guys, so I have also learned this song and I really enjoy singing this. I hope you guys feel the same way, and I hope you will feel the same way when we do sing this in person together. As always, Mr. Isaac has 3 things for you. You are kind, you are smart, you are important. I look forward to the day that I see you guys again, and until then, have an awesome evening.